never have to follow her again. You know, I was thinking about it, that yesterday there were ceremonies all over this city about 9/11. And 9/11, 10 years ago, is the result of incredible intolerance. It was the result of incredible closed-mindedness. It was the result of people thinking that theirs is the only truth and that theirs is the only way. And because of that, more than 3,000 of our brothers and sisters died 10 years ago yesterday because of closed-mindedness and self-righteousness as far as truth was concerned, or as far as the perception of the truth is concerned. One day later, one day after the 10th anniversary, think about this. Have we learned the lessons from the past 10 years? Has, I ask you, has the North Carolina House learned the lesson? Learned the lesson about what it means to be self-righteous and closed-minded? Have they learned it?
No!
I say, have they learned that lesson?
No!
Shame on them.
Shame on them.
Shame on them. To do this one day after 9/11. Shame on them. You know what the two nations in the world are that have persecuted homosexuals more than any in the past 100 years? They are the Iranian mullahs and Nazi Germany. Do we want our state to be like that? I think no. And I, as a Jew, demand no. We do not want to be like them. And so some of my conservative clergy friends will come up to me and says, but Rabbi, doesn't it say that homosexuality is toiva, it's an abomination? And yes, it does, although I'm not sure exactly what that means. But I do know that if you're eating shrimp tonight for dinner, I do know that if you are eating lobster or crab cakes, which I don't eat, by the way, you are eating an abomination, and shame on you. But more than that, I also know that it says in the Bible that if you cheat in business, that is an abomination. And I also know that it says in the book of Proverbs that if you lie, that is an abomination. Yes. Who said that? I agree. You know what they talk about? Saving marriages. Saving marriages. I've been married, I don't know, God knows. Long time, 36 years. To a marriage therapist. That's what she does. But let me tell you something about saving marriages. This is what our legislature has decided that they want to do, instead of doing other things. Today, Bank of America, situated in this great state, announced that they were laying off 30,000 people. Many of them will be our fellow North Carolinian citizens. Today, they announced that. In the past year and a half, more than 40,000 teachers have been laid off in the great state of North Carolina. Today, at this moment, the unemployment rate in the United States is 9.1%. It is 10.1% in North Carolina and 10.8% in Guilford County. And you ask any marriage therapist what the effect is on a marriage when one of the partners loses his or her job, and you will find out that it is devastating. It often leads to dislocation, to foreclosure, and the chances of divorce are much greater. So you know what I say to the House and Senate? Do your friggin' job! marriages than any constitutional amendment that is so heinous and nefarious and ill thought out. Do your job. You want to save marriages, put people back to work. And now let me tell you just a little bit more. Why is this so important? Because I believe, to the very depths of my soul, that each one of us, as the Bible tells us, is created in the image of God. Now, what does that mean? That means that if I take that seriously, I don't look at you and see an African American. I don't look at you and see blonde. I don't look at them and see whatever color that is. I don't look at you and see short. I don't look at you and see tall. I don't look at you and see young. I don't look at you and see old, chubby, skinny, follically challenged. Keeps my head in. But I look at you and I say, that person there is created in God's image. That person is a divine manifestation of the Holy. That person is a divine manifestation of God. And if for no other reason than that, that person deserves my love, my respect. That person deserves to be treated with justice and with a sense of equality. Now, I wanted to also give a little more historical understanding of this. 10 years ago, we lost 3,000 divine manifestations on 9/11/2001. One of those was the wife of the Solicitor General for George Bush, Ted Olson. Olson is one of the finest lawyers in the United States. You might remember that he was the lawyer that went against David Boies in Bush v. Gore. He is the lawyer that really, like it or not, was responsible for George Bush becoming president. But he lost his wife 10 years ago. But he's also the lawyer who, together with David Boies, challenged the equally nefarious and heinous Prop 8 in California. He wrote an article in January that I want to read just a paragraph or two from. The name of the article is "The Conservative Case for Gay Marriage, Why Same-Sex Marriage is an American Value." According to Ted Olson, this is what he writes: legalizing same-sex marriage would also be a recognition of basic American principles and would represent the culmination of our nation's commitment to equal rights. It is, some have said, the last major civil rights milestone yet to be surpassed in our 2-century struggle to attain the goals we set for this nation at its formation. The bedrock American principle of equality is central to the political and legal convictions of Republicans, Democrats, liberals, and conservatives alike. The dream that became America began with a revolutionary concept expressed in the Declaration of Independence in the words that are among the most noble and elegant ever written. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and all women are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Friends, the proposed constitutional amendment is about increasing fear. It's about increasing bias and bigotry. It is abusive to a select group of citizens. It is a violation of the hallowed words of the Constitution cited by Ted Olson. North Carolina, I say to you tonight, let's not go there. Let's not go towards fear. Let not fear conquer us. Let's not go to abuse, to discrimination, to bias and bigotry anymore. Let us not go there. Let us say no. What are we going to say? No! What are we going to say? No! What are we going to say one more time?
No!
2 weeks ago, I was at the World Trade Center. With this, I want to end. And there I realized something very special. I saw the buildings being rebuilt, and I saw the memorial being built. It was dedicated yesterday. But I realized that the real lesson of 9/11 was not just about rebuilding concrete and steel, but about rebuilding the hearts and souls of human beings. In the process of rebuilding, my dear friends, brutality will have to be replaced by compassion, evil by goodness, and hatred will have to be replaced by love. One very, very good way to really learn the lessons of 9/11, one very good way to rebuild the hearts, minds, and souls of the citizens of North Carolina tonight is to say unequivocally, we reject this proposed constitutional amendment now, tomorrow, and forever. We reject it, and in so doing, tonight we are going to stand on a fundamental principle, the principle of equality, for all of the citizens of North Carolina, regardless if they're follically challenged. But more than that, regardless of their race, religion, creed, and obviously of their sexual orientation. God bless North Carolina. Let's pray for the welfare of our state. Thank you very much.